Jonesy and Amanda.
You're listening to the Jonesy and Amanda podcast.
Australian radio's Jonesy and Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Hello, Wiggles.
Jonesy. Yeah, personal friend.
Bit of a tongue twist there.
The legendary pirate Jonesy.
He's a genius. That's what the J stands for.
And Amanda the actress.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Brendan and Amanda, and you're on the same show.
We're mass communicating. Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime!
Crack-a-lackin'. Good afternoon, Amanda.
Crack-a-lackin', why don't you? How are you?
I saw something interesting on your socials today.
What was it?
Something from your past life when you played a courtesan in an opera.
Well, in light of us, we spoke about this on the show, about Timothy Chalamet saying that opera and ballet were dying arts.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine who I worked with on the living room sent me a series of photographs, and I'd forgotten that I did a story for the living room where I had to be part of La Boheme, an opera at the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
And I played the role of courtesan number 3, or otherwise known as prostitutes, because here's the text that went with it from the day we did the booking. Shall we meet at the loading dock? Yes, prostitutes will be waiting in either green room or dressing room. So that's where we went. But it's surprising.
It's like when Prince Andrew comes to town.
It was surprisingly difficult to be just on a balcony with an opera I don't know and having to know when to gurn and when to be listening. And then they said to me at the end of that song, then we're supposed to look over here. And I think, how do you know when that song ends? I don't know.
I don't know how you'd go.
Surprisingly hard.
I don't know how you'd go as a prostitute. I think there'd be too much chat.
Well, if you're a client, you'd just be bargaining me down. You're so cheap.
Down. Standards are down. No, it'd be like you get in an Uber, the non-conversation one.
Yeah.
Little bit less conversation, a little bit more action.
I was dressed to the nines.
You look good.
I look like a 1930s
You're an
courtesan.
attractive woman.
Oh,
you know.
stop it. Don't embarrass me.
Did you read my comment?
What'd you write?
Have a look. Well, Ryan and I'll just sit here.
Why don't you? Let me see what you've written here.
In your own time.
Well, you didn't. I mean, I didn't expect to have to look. Can't see any comments yet.
No, okay.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
How much? How much do I hate thee? Let me count the ways,
That was
Brenda.
worth waiting for. Action-packed show today. Thank goodness we're going to be joined by Em Gillespie because she's talking about that new show that you're talking about.
Love story that JFK Jr., the story of him and his wife, Carolyn Bessette. We're going to be leaping onto the cottage cheese, not talking about my thighs, thank you, the cottage cheese bandwagon for TikTok Tucker today.
And we can't do anything until we do the Fast Five. Would you like to play?
Give us a call.
135522. Why don't you give us a call and play the Fast Five?
Jam Nation.
How fast can this thing go?
Faster than the speed of light.
Jonesy and Amanda's.
Time indeed. 5 questions before you. Can you go all the way and answer all 5 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
If you answer question 5 correctly, you get a $500 voucher to Hijinks Hotel.
You got to get there though, Brenda.
Hello, Brenda.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Very
Good.
well. Let's see if we can get you up to question 5. Here's question number 1. Which British actor played Severus Snape in the Harry Potter films?
Oh, my God, you got me on the first one. I don't even watch Harry Potter.
No. I don't watch Harry Potter, but I love this actor. He's departed now.
We had a good chat with him on the radio show.
We've never interviewed him.
Yes, we did. We did.
No.
Yes, because I ran the thing past him about when he was played in the Bruce Willis movie. Remember that?
I would, because one of my favourite films that this person was in was
dig it up.
Truly Madly.
I'll dig it up for later in the show.
Don't say dig it up. He's passed away.
Mark
Truly Madly Deeply. He was in this great film called that. Hello, Mark.
He was on our show. Mark.
Hello, how you going?
Good.
Very well. Do you know the actor? Hello, Mark. Which actor are we talking about who played Severus Snape?
No idea.
Sounds like you're being eaten by a garbage compactor.
Or an alien. It sounds like one of those big lizards.
Tap once if you need help, Mark.
Sonia has joined us.
Hello, Sonia.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Sonia.
Which British actor played Severus Snape in the Harry Potter films?
Alan Rickman?
That's
Alan
Rickman. I'm sure we have an interview.
Sonia, you would remember he was on our show.
I would remember.
Yeah, we talked to him about when he played Hans Gruber in Die Hard.
Was I
And he
here?
said, yippee-ki-yay, mother beeper. Yes.
I don't
He
think
did
I
that
was
movie
here.
with, what was that lady's name? Did that movie and it was in a garden and he played a prince and she was a gardener. Kate Winslet was in it, in the movie.
Sense and Sensibility.
No, there was a movie with him in it. What are you, a goldfish? He was
I have
on our
no
show.
memory of that. And I love him. Are you
And you
sure?
banged on about him, how he was terrible husband in Love Actually.
No. You're thinking of somebody else.
No, it was you. Well, who else have been doing the radio show?
Well, you tell me.
Well,
You're seeing other people. I can smell other time calls on your breath.
It was you. Well, dig it up.
Gee, that's terrible if I can't
Digital
remember
Jenna,
that.
can you go back? She's nodding her head. She'll go through the annals.
Did it happen?
It happened.
She's saying no.
Yeah, okay. I'll bet you $1 billion that it happened.
No one can find it.
Unless you were sick that day, but I remember we spoke to him. We had him on the show.
I don't remember that. Question number
Sorry,
2,
don't fight
Sonia.
with us, Sonia.
Let's not break up.
Okay, let's not storm
Company
out.
can't have two of
We
those.
can't have two.
Well, let's play
afford it.
Reverse It.
Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
Sonia, what song is being played backwards? Oh,
Yeah.
the devil, I tells you.
Sonia?
I wouldn't have a clue. I'm very sorry. I can't hear very well. I'm driving.
Well, what a
so
relief
I'm
that you
sorry.
have to hear that. Well, let's leave it there for the moment while we research whether we've ever interviewed Alan Rickman.
I know that we have. If you would like to play 1355 22, why don't you call us?
Hear every second of Jonesy and Amanda on demand. Search for us now on the iHeart app.
How fast can this thing go?
Faster than the speed of light.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Fast Five.
I'm ready to receive my $1 billion.
Annoyingly, Jenna has found a snippet of an interview we did in 2014. How many
Yep,
years ago is
with
that?
the late Alan Rickman.
12 years ago.
Yep. And you
How
said
could I not
you had
remember?
no
Because I
recollection.
love him.
And-
I loved him in Truly Madly Deeply. I don't, not the Die Hard stuff for me. But how could I not remember that?
Well, I'm just saying. Well, and we'll get the evidence. Jenna will send it to Jen Rye just to make sure.
Are
it's
you
all
going to use AI and fake it up?
No, why would I do? What are you
You'd
doing?
go to any length to prove yourself correct.
No.
Though you do have a very good memory, I'll give you that.
Indeed.
Except for the day I told you after years of IVF that I was having a baby, and the next day you didn't remember me telling you that.
Well, you told me to keep your pile shut. So I'm a vault. If you got any secrets, you tell me. Katrina is in Carlingford.
Hi, Katrina. We're playing Reverse It.
Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
Katrina, what's this song being played backwards?
Ideas, Katrina?
All right, I think that's got to be I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Yes.
Remember when we spoke with her?
Via Ouija board.
In scripts for The Simpsons, wasn't mentioned for years. Instead, it was always written in the scripts as what? Was it A, irritated groan, B, angry murmur, or C, annoyed grunt?
So the word, this noise, have a listen.
In the script, it would say, Homer talks about whatever. And that
Smacks his head.
Yep.
And is it irritated groan, angry murmur, or annoyed grunt?
Annoyed grunt.
It is annoyed grunt.
You know it?
Yay!
Question number 4.
No, just a guess.
Just a guess.
Yep.
Question number 4 for you. What's the airport code for Los Angeles International Airport?
LAX.
Yeah.
LAX.
Which royal pair has revealed plans for an upcoming trip to Australia?
That's got to be Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
Yes.
You looking forward to seeing them, Katrina?
Oh, very high on my priority list, of course.
It'll be different because last time they were here, remember, we thought they were marvellous. And
Yeah.
afterwards, she dissed us. She said she hadn't been, she was complaining a little bit about
She
that
likes
trip to
Singapore
Australia.
more.
Did she?
Yeah, she's banged on about Singapore. Was that someone
No,
else?
you're thinking of Taylor Swift's fiancé.
Yeah, he likes
We
Singapore.
turned on him because he liked
Singapore's
Singapore.
great. It's got Sentosa Island. They refine all the fuel
Yeah,
there.
but let's talk about Meghan Markle. Last time they were here, it was a royal tour. This time they'll be travelling as citizens.
Mm-hmm. Apparently $3,000 to go and hear her chat on.
Is it?
That's what I heard through my wife, who's a reliable source.
Oh, okay.
Who would pay $3,000?
A lot of people would. Will your wife?
No, she's not a fan of Meghan Markle, as you know. I wouldn't pay $3,000 to anyone to hear them chat on.
Wouldn't you?
No.
Not even Alan Rickman?
Although now that I have my billions of dollars that you're going to pay up to me. 'cause you
I don't
lost
remember
that bet.
shaking on her.
Katrina, congratulations. You've won the Jam Pack. I know there's no pack, but there's a $500 voucher to Hijinks Hotel where fun checks in and boredom checks out. Search Hijinks Hotel. Katrina, thank you.
Love it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Coming up, TikTok Tucker. There's only 3 ingredients, and the photo doesn't look great, but apparently it's amazing.
Also, our Alan Rickman audio coming up just to seal the deal on gold.
Jam Nation.
So, we were talking in the Fast Five just before about the late Alan Rickman.
One of my favourite actors, and you said we'd interviewed him.
Yep. And
years ago.
Digital Jenna.
I don't have no memory of it.
You have no memory. Digital Jenna has dug up this audio. It was from 2014. The movie was called A Little Chaos. He starred in that as the King of Versailles, and he wanted Kate Winslet's character to do his garden. It's like a modern day Jim's mowing. So we had him on the show, and I asked him about the time that he was in Die Hard as Hans Gruber.
What I think is great about that movie is that they bothered to get a script. It's not often the case with action movies. It was also before the age of computer graphics, so, everything was for real.
And that's probably the first time we would have heard you say yippee-ki-yay, mother beeper.
And the last, I think.
There you go, my friend. My millions of billions of dollars coming my way.
Listen to that. You can't hear a breath from me. And normally you do hog, let's face it. But when I would have laughed politely along to cover the awkwardness of that, if I had...
It wasn't awkward, he was loving me.
But if I was there, you would have heard me laugh. Have a listen.
And that's probably the first time we would have heard you say yippee-ki-yay, mother beeper.
And the last, I think.
The invisible Amanda. I wasn't there.
Well, where were you? 2014?
Well, you owe me billions of dollars because you've lost the bet.
I haven't lost the bet.
I wasn't there.
Well, I'm intrigued. Where were you? You've never had a sick day in your life.
I had a hip replacement probably around then.
Can we diarise that? Can we check that?
Oh, look, we need to forensically...
Like forensic stuff.
Because annoyingly, I think I remember seeing that film.
Yeah, it was good.
But maybe I saw the film and maybe didn't do the interview.
Were we fighting that day?
Maybe. Hey, can we let it drop? No one owes anyone any money.
Oh, well, that's like such a mum bet.
Well, if you think that's boring, wait till you hear what we're talking about next. It's cottage cheese.
Okay.
Jam Nation.
Okay, I concede that you weren't there for that interview with Alan Rickman.
You've remembered that I wasn't. I had a moment of thinking, I remember seeing that film.
Yep.
But I would have remembered interviewing Alan Rickman.
Let's Google 2013 hip replacement. Maybe you're going off to the specialist to get your hip looked at.
Was I?
Am I right?
Okay, I've just
my first. I've had 2.
No, it was 2011 you had the hip replacement.
Mm-hmm. How do you know? What are you Googling?
Well, news.com.au, they came out with an article then called Amanda Keller Hip Replacement.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What year? Well, maybe I was filming that day. Maybe the living room. Maybe that had to be done
the living
after
room.
the show.
That's right. The bane of my existence, that show, just getting in the way.
That Logie-winning show, getting in the way.
What's this show? We've never won, I don't know.
A Logie, we've never won a Logie. We've won radio awards.
Many, right? And then they stopped the radio awards. We're the last winners.
I know. But I heard the magic words. You've conceded that you remember now. I wasn't there.
So you're either in hospital recovering or hungover or hanging out with your boyfriend.
Or working. I was working. But you've conceded that you were wrong. I'd like to hear the words,
It's not about wrong.
Okay. You're a piece of work.
Oh, well, takes one to know one.
Let's talk about TikTok Tucker, which is coming up next. I don't know how we survived when we were younger without drinking water at every given moment and being on the hunt for protein.
And I've noticed lately the young girls used to walk around with those big Stanley cups. Then I see the young fellas, they're walking around with even bigger cups, almost like, the water cooler.
Yeah,
they're
almost those with a handle.
Yeah, and they're walking around these big, roid munchers, just walking around drinking that.
Yeah, and looking for where they're going to get their next protein hit. I survived and I grew up with the regular amount of meat and 3 veg and drinking out of the tap once a year, and that was it. How did we survive? But protein these days is everything. And in the 80s, people were obsessed with cottage cheese, not because there was protein, but because now we crave, we need to have a protein, meat. If it can't be meat, protein. Everyone's obsessed with it. So have a listen to every single influencer you hear is talking about it.
You want to lose fat, but you love eating big, delicious, carby meals. Well, guess what, Susan? You can have both. You've probably seen the viral cottage cheese wrap, but just in case you haven't, here's how I make it and how I stuff it for a super freaking easy high-protein dinner.
Who's Susan?
We tried the chicken crust pizza, and that one was really good. So let's give the old cottage cheese base a go.
If you spread cottage cheese onto a baking sheet, add your favorite seasonings, and bake at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes, you get these crispy, crunchy, high-protein chips you can dip in anything. Made with 2 ingredients, honestly one of the easiest protein snacks I've made.
Etc., etc. Everything is protein. Everything is cottage cheese. I've got recipes in front of me here for strawberry shortcake made with cottage cheese. Pizza base is cottage cheese. Pasta sauce, which is only made pretty much with cottage cheese.
I don't think I've eaten cottage cheese ever.
Oh, you would have eaten cottage cheese.
It just looks rank.
Well, that's the thing. These days when people eat it, they usually blitz it because it does look rank. So I'm about to make a high-protein jelly that involves cottage cheese, and I wonder what else. We'll do it next.
On Gold.
Jam Nation.
Gold, it's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home with Jam Nation to the kitchen.
You hungry?
TikTok.
I enjoy cooking bacon and stop working with flour.
Making slap.
What man talking about? What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Gonna make you go yuck.
TikTok Tucker, we make food from TikTok and eat it. What are we eating today?
Well, I've just spent the last few minutes foraging for some cottage cheese and protein because that's all anyone puts in any recipes today. Ask any influencer, they're using cottage cheese.
Sorry, just a question. Chef, isn't cottage cheese protein?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I said looking for cottage cheese and protein, but...
Well, is cottage cheese the protein?
Yes, it is. Cottage cheese and or protein. Cottage cheese is a form of protein. Are we all on the same page?
You don't have to Gordon me, man. I'm just asking the question.
You are an idiot sandwich. So, cottage cheese is in everything, but this is a very easy high-protein snack. It's called high-protein jelly, and we start with a bowl of aeroplane jelly. And I just put the crystals, how do I open this? And tip them into a bowl.
Imagine you would have opened it before we went on air, wouldn't you?
Even Ryan's horrified at how rude you are. Oh, there's a packet inside it. Are you a fan of jelly? Or are you a bit jelly? You're a bit jelly of me, Brendan.
AMSR fans would be happy.
Anyway, I've put the jelly in. And now, thank you, don't put it. I add a cup of boiling hot water into that. Oh, it is.
Right.
And I stir. Then I add cottage cheese.
Do you want me to keep stirring while you get the cheese out?
Yeah, you big stirrer. You can do that without a spoon. Oh, it just smells like that lime green jelly. I never liked jelly, even as a child.
Did you like the frogs in the pond? You get a little chalky frog.
Yeah.
Freddo. And you put it in.
I understand how it works. All right, now we're going to put this cottage cheese in. 3/4 of a tub of big lumpy cottage cheese. In the picture, it does looks all smooth.
Looks dreadful.
Anyway, that goes in. It does look like the offshoot of some liposuction situation.
Yeah. Oh.
And then we add a cup of cold water.
It's congealing.
Oh, hell. And then we mix for ages. And then have a look at the picture there.
Is that how it looks?
Yeah. And that's before it's mixed. That looks like
what's that?
Sewerage. That's that. So I'm just going to mix. I don't know how it comes out smooth, but we mix. We put this in the freezer, and at the end of the show, we slice it up and we will eat it, and we'll be delighted with ourselves because we found some protein.
Can you not do that? It's very unsettling. Also, we've discovered why you weren't there at the Alan Rickman interview.
When's my check arriving?
No, it's not about paying off debts, but it's quite a fascinating tale. We'll have that for you as well. Next hour on Gold.
You're listening to the Jonesy and Amanda podcast.
Right now, by the miracle of recording,
Jonesy and Amanda.
we'll do it live!
Jonesy and Amanda, those are two great names.
Such a scam.
I'm not a scab.
Sense the chemistry between them, but how much of that is real?
Mind your own business and shut your pie hole.
I wish you well with your show.
Hello there. There hasn't been that's much frantic computer activity since the VPN surge now that Pornhub has been banned.
Are you okay? You'll get RSI.
I'm totally fine.
Again?
With it, okay? No, when I was young and I needed to get pornography, you really had to work for it. So I think it's good. Anyway, away from that, this is the story about Alan Rickman on our show.
Earlier today, you said, just a throwaway comment, that we'd interviewed Alan Rickman. And I thought I would have remembered that. One of my favourite movies is Truly, Madly, Deeply. I love Alan Rickman. I would have remembered it.
I bet $1 million billion that we had indeed spoken to Alan Rickman.
And your memory is actually pretty good.
And here we have Exhibit A. And that's probably the first time we would have heard you say yippee-ki-yay, mother beeper.
And the last.
Alan Rickman.
Listen to that, though. I'm not in it.
Yes.
We ascertained that I'd have laughed politely to cover your awkwardness, and you can't
Look,
hear me
he was
in there.
awkward AF, I must admit, but he was charmed by me.
Well,
I could feel it.
But I'm not in there.
Nonetheless, we're a duo, and I like going to interviews with you.
Acknowledge I wasn't in there.
Okay, yes, you weren't there, but where were you?
Where was I?
Gemma Rye, we were looking before. You weren't having hip surgery, which we thought had happened.
No, was I filming with the living room?
You're chumming around with your pals from the living room.
Was I?
No. Gemma Rye.
Well, in 2014, news.com.au, they posted this article. Amanda Keller, heart problem. Radio host blames Spanx.
That's it.
That. We had gone to see a movie premiere of Angelina Jolie's film.
Unbroken.
And I started to get all hot and bothered while I was sitting, because you had to dress formally.
Yep.
It was a formal dress code to see a movie. So I'm sitting down for 2 hours. I'd probably had 1,000 things to eat. And I started to get all hot and bothered. And I had been doing some stuff with the Victor Chang Heart Foundation, and I knew that the symptoms of heart attack in women is different to men. And so I went home, and Harley drove me up to the hospital.
That's
they kept
right.
me in for observation. The next morning, I'm looking at the television, and I'm the news scroll that I've had a heart attack, that people say they've seen me being taken by ambulance from that movie premiere. None of that was real. But I had to phone my dad and say, Dad, you're going to see a news story. Ignore it. I'm alive and well.
It worked for us, though, didn't it?
What do you mean?
We had great ratings.
That day?
In that survey period. But also, I had to go and do an interview with Angelina Jolie by myself. Do you remember that? And she even said, well wishes to you.
Apologies from my co-host, Amanda. She had an infarction during your movie, but not because of the movie. Okay, it's just another thing. So she would have loved to have been here, but...
Well, I hope she feels better.
Sorry?
Yeah. Were you going to be okay? You had to put on your big boy pants for those 2 big interviews on your own.
Some of the best interviews in the world, and that's, I believe, we went number 1 in the ratings.
I'm going number 1 just hearing this story.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Listen to the podcast whenever you want with the free iHeart app.
What's hot? What's not? This is the
From the Daily Oz, it's Emma Gillespie, fresh with an F1 cold. That's what it's called, the F1 flu.
The F1 lurgy, I've got it. But we're not talking about F1 today. We're talking about another passion of mine, which is the Kennedys. Because I don't know if you've seen this new show. It's called Love Story. It's a drama about Carolyn Bessette and JFK Jr.'s relationship. It's attracted a lot of criticism from the people who are portrayed in the show, who are, of course, still alive, like actor Daryl Hannah. Now, she dated JFK Jr. on and off throughout the 80s and 90s, and she's portrayed in this series as honestly really annoying. I would be upset if I was her too. She's sort of this villain who's kind of portrayed as getting in the way of the love story unfolding between Carolyn and JFK Jr., but she has slammed the show in an op-ed for the New York Times. I love when celebrities do this. Tell us how you really feel. She said that it's a tragedy exploiting series and that her character is portrayed as misogynistic, false, and sensationalistic. I want to read you the opening line of this piece because I think it's just brilliant. She says, Jacqueline Onassis once gave me some wise advice. She told me that while tabloids, magazines, and newspapers often sold ridiculous lies, they were nothing more than birdcage liner by the next day. At the time, I found great comfort and consolation in those words, but today they no longer hold true. In the digital age, stories do not disappear and lies live online forever. ever.
Yeah.
Daryl Hannah's not the only one that slammed the show. We've also heard from JFK's grandson, Jack Schlossberg. His mum is Caroline Kennedy, of course, JFK Jr.'s sister. He said the family was never consulted for Love Story, that it's complete fiction. He did an interview with CBS where he said, speaking about Ryan Murphy, who's the executive producer of this show, he's pretty controversial. You might know Ryan Murphy from shows like O.J. Simpson, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, and he also did Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Anyway, Jack Schlossberg said, if you want to know someone who's never met anyone in my family, knows nothing about us, talk to Ryan Murphy. The guy knows nothing about what he's talking about, and he's making a ton of money on a grotesque display of someone else's life.
Is it, because I haven't seen it, does it depict their love story? Like, is it a negative telling of the story?
Well, this is where it's complicated, I think, because I'm actually loving the show. Whether or not it's accurate, I think that it portrays a beautiful love story between Carolyn Bessette and JFK Jr. It portrays kind of very complicated people and a very nuanced, complicated relationship between them. But
Which it was.
Yeah.
There are photos that exist of them fighting in a park.
Yeah.
Him throwing her engagement
But
ring
that's
away.
the problem when you do these shows. You can't have people that are still alive. That's the problem.
But these people aren't alive.
Well, Daryl Hannah's still alive.
Yeah, but the families of the people who were deceased are complaining too.
Yeah.
I think Daryl Hannah's right to be upset. She does kind of get portrayed as this party girl. She says that she never did drugs and that that's completely false. But one of the producers on the show, a guy called Brad Simpson, he responded to some of the earlier criticisms last month. And he said basically that they wanted to approach the story with love and kindness and that we're trying to celebrate the life of Carolyn Bessette and JFK Jr.
There you go.
So lots of opinions, but the show is doing really well. It's broken a record for FX, the production company. It racked up more than 25 million hours of viewing for its first 5 episodes.
I've seen across all the socials, people are obsessed with the fashions of the time. It's a big resurgence of that 90s New York feel.
Beautiful people, beautiful clothes. You know, who doesn't love a bit of that?
And a plane crash to boot.
Oh, Brendan.
Well,
the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Em.
Thank you, Em.
Thank you.
And thank you,
Thanks,
Brendan.
guys.
Okay, your download is complete.
Jam Nation.
You know, I love looking at things on my phone about dog adoptions, old dogs, philosophies about dogs. Look at your face, Brendan.
You're really obsessed with dogs.
I'm not obsessed. In the hard world, the kindness and the beauty of dogs often gets you through. A lot of people will agree with this, which is why I was taken when I heard this.
There's one thing that dogs do better than anything on this planet. They celebrate absolutely everything. If you grab your keys, celebration. Open the fridge, celebration. Walk back into the room after being gone for 20 seconds, huge celebration. They don't wait for birthdays or big news or vacations. Dogs treat everyday life like it's worth getting excited about. Heck, I mean, they wake up happy to be here. They sniff the air like it's a miracle. They chase a ball like they're in the Olympics. They roll in the grass like it's a 5-star spa. It's impossible not to smile when you are around that kind of joy. And honestly, I think that's one of the greatest gifts they give us. They remind us that life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, fair enough.
What if you've got one of those downer dogs?
Oh, a downer dog.
A dog that's grumpy.
Yep.
A dog that's snarly. Because my dog is exactly what was described there. Excited to see me, happy for every moment, thrilled to be alive every day.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you don't have a dog like that?
Just a downer dog.
Yeah.
Won't go outside.
He's cranky, always looks put out.
Pugs always
doesn't like you.
Pugs always look cranky.
Yeah, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe they are.
They've got a cranky little face.
The tribal drum is going to beat for My Dog the Downer.
Yeah.
Put the dog out. The dog's crying.
Do you have one of those dogs?
A downer dog.
My Dog the Downer.
My Dog the Downer. I love it. 135522. Your calls are coming up next on Gold.
Jam Nation.
Gold. It's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home across Australia. And the Tribal Drummer's beating My Dog the Downer.
Put the dog out. The dog's crying.
Because when you think of dogs, you think of their joy. You think of this.
There's one thing that dogs do better than anything on this planet. They celebrate absolutely everything. If you grab your keys, celebration. Open the fridge, celebration. Walk back into the room after being gone for 20 seconds, huge celebration.
But what if you have a dog that's not like that?
A downer dog.
A dog that's constantly down and cranky and depressed.
Rachel has joined us. Hello, Rachel.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Great.
Tell us about your dog, Rachel.
Okay, well, my dog Minnie, she's 14, and she is a downer because she ignores everyone and every dog. We go out walking, and she will ignore every dog unless it's a male dog that is not desexed.
Wow.
If she comes across a male dog that's not desexed, she turns into a saucy pole dancer. She squeaks, she jumps around and flirts like she's never seen a male before. It's unbelievable.
Rachel, do you find, though, with other owners, when your dog, because my dog will often ignore other dogs, and the owners take personal offence if their dog gets ignored?
No, actually, a lot of people where we walk, they know her. They know she's going to ignore them. Right. And the dog owners that have got the male undesexed dogs, they're like, oh, my gosh, here we go again.
Here she comes.
Yeah, here she comes. And people as well totally ignores them.
What about?
Unless they've got food in their pocket.
Oh. I thought you were going to say
an undesexed man.
I've had a vasectomy. What does that mean for me, Rachel?
But if they've got food in their pocket, she makes a beeline for them, and she won't leave them alone. She won't even really walk with me. She'll just pull, and she'll make direct eye contact with them until they give her a treat. So she knows all the people that have food, and she will not leave them alone.
Because I find if I'm taking my dog for a walk and Minnie ignores the other dog, the owner will sometimes say, "Oh, not talking to us today, are they, Barney?"
Yeah.
As if I can dictate that. As if I have some control over Minnie's social life.
I didn't know there were so many people walking around with food in their pockets.
Well, be surprised how many people offer your dog a snack when you're walking around.
Thank you, Rachel. Does that happen?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, they say, "Can I give your dog a snack?" And sometimes they make Minnie sit down. And I say, "Look, she's really old now. She's got arthritis in her hips.
Yeah.
Please don't make her get up and down."
Well, that's a little bit presumptuous.
Sit.
That's like walking around and saying to someone's kid, "Can I give your kid a treat?"
Yeah, it is unusual, isn't it? And I saw a guy who did that, and he didn't have a dog with him.
Oh.
That's unusual.
What? He's walking around, no dog,
and handing
out treats.
Yeah. Dog treats.
What a creep. He's a dog creep.
Yeah.
Ryan has joined us.
Hello, Ryan.
Hi, how are you?
Is your dog a bit of a downer?
Look, she's the most precious thing in the entire world, but she walks into a room and she's huge and she's brindle and she's perfect. But she walks in and she will let everyone know that she's malnourished. She's never been patted in her life, even though she's got like 8 beds. And she lives with my auntie, she lives with me, she lives with my dad. She's got all these people that want to take care of her every day. And she goes to the osteo, to the physio, to the chiro. She goes everywhere, but she gives you the look of death. And you go, what have I done wrong to this dog?
You're living the best
look
life.
Of death.
No, it's true.
Getting side-eye from a dog is horrendous.
Look how you're treating me.
We're going to take more of your calls, 135522.
Please join us on Gold.
Jam Nation.
Jonesy and Amanda for the drive home. I love Creed. You love Creed. You know, I'd love to go and see Creed and Nickelback play together.
Wow.
That'd be a show.
That's a lot of throat spittle. A lot of
Scott Stapp and Chad Kroger together at last.
Is anyone going to do the high notes?
You know, if you're going to slag Creed.
No. Why would I do that?
Do you want me to walk out right now? Is this going to happen?
Is this the trend now?
This will be my tipping point. In the meantime,
when you have a dog, it's wonderful because of their joy. This is how dogs should be.
They celebrate absolutely everything. If you grab your keys, celebration. Open the fridge, celebration. Walk back into the room after being gone for 20 seconds, Huge celebration.
True. I pulled up at the lights on my motorcycle and there was this dog, this little fluffy dog just looking out the window, just loving life.
Oh.
And I said, hello, mate. I'm talking to the dog. But, and the drivers, we're waving at me and we're just, loving our lives.
Yeah, well, dogs make you feel happy.
They do.
Unless you have
They
a
are the
kind
best
of
people.
dog that's a bit of a downer.
Yeah.
So the tribal drum is beating for this. My dog, the downer.
Put the dog out. The dog's crying.
Becky.
Hello,
has
Becky.
joined us.
Tell us about your dog.
Hello. I don't know he's a downer, but he's also a bit self-entitled. I bought him just before lockdown of COVID, just the day before, so we never really interacted with other dogs. So he's a bit of a downer because whenever I pick up the keys or the lead to go for a walk, come on, Hugo, Burrows beeper under the doona.
Oh.
If I've been at work all day and I come home, I come in, I go, Hugo, and he just doesn't even come out of the room. And I walk in, that side eye rolls,
You can't get side-eye from
The
your
whole
dog.
point of having a dog is when you come through the door, they're happy to
You might as
see you,
well-
even if no one else is.
You
Your
get plenty
dog
of
should be.
side-eye from your kids.
Yes.
He almost gives me that look as if to say, oh, you're home.
Oh.
And he goes to doggy daycare 3 days a week because I try to interact with other dogs. He doesn't like interacting with other dogs. He just likes the people.
Doggy daycare's not cheap. What does that cost you?
A bit.
Yes.
Okay, Becky,
but when
can't
you
even
walk
say.
through the
Thank you,
door,
Becky.
if your dog's not happy to see you, there's something wrong.
Deanne has joined us.
Hello, Deanne. What's your dog like?
Hi, I had a dog named Gus, and he was a rescue dog, and he was three-legged, and he's passed now, but I had him for 14 years, and he wasn't just a downer, he was an arsehole. So he hated laughter, noise, brooms, hoses, and if you did bring them out, he would growl at you until you stopped, and he'd go to bite you and bare his teeth. So I had to put him inside if I was ever doing the backyard. So I used to take him down the beach, and I had to put a muzzle on him because people would come up to him and go, oh, look, a little disabled dog. And I go, no, don't touch him. So in the end, I was the lady that had the crazy, cranky dog. Anyway, I eventually decided I'd get another dog, and I got another dog, and she was like 9 months when I got her. I thought it might help him with his crankiness. But I brought her home, and we started to try and play ball, and he wouldn't let any of it happen. He would just grab the ball, sit on it, and growl at it.
No fun.
He was a real prick.
And did you love him though, Deanne?
Oh, I loved him to death. I kind of loved him because he was an arse. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, nobody else loved him. And my son, he said to me, Mum, I'm not coming down to the beach with you. He said, because everyone knows who you are, and I don't want to be associated with the crazy lady's dog.
Are you sure that dog's not a cat?
Brilliant. It does sound like a cat.
Thank you, Deanne.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda.
You're listening to the Jonesy and Amanda podcast.
We had so many requests for them to do it again.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Amanda, she just cracks me up.
Maybe we should lay off the moonshine.
Josie's always knocking Amanda.
It's so easy.
Amanda always knocking Josie.
I'm done.
Hello there. Happy Wednesday. We don't just have a VPN surge after Pornhub has been banned.
I don't know what are those words
How are you going
mean?
with your VPN?
I use Pornhub to look up VPL. What does it mean? Tell me what you mean.
It's, yeah. So
I know
you know how
what-
the
I know
the ban
Yes.
on the sites for kids under 16?
Yes.
So this makes sense. So people now, are you looking at getting a VPN?
Which is
So
a what?
The VPN site. Stop asking me questions that I don't know the answer to.
Okay.
But I will tell you this. Proton VPN was 174 in the whole sites. It's now moved up to 19. So you can still access your pornography through VPN. I've gone one step better. I'm going to get all my old copies of Penthouse and Ribald and put them online.
And Knave.
What a classic. But we're also got a fuel surge. I found a great article titled On Fuel Supplies and Why You Shouldn't Panic Buy. I really feel the media, looking at you, Talkback Radio, is whipping up a frenzy that we've seen before with the Dunny paper. Let's not make this same mistake
Don't
again.
put that into your engine.
No, don't put toilet paper in your engine. But this particular article I found that popped up in my algorithm is really informative, and also it might calm you if you're anxious about us running out of fuel.
Okay.
Because we're not going to. That's coming up. And TikTok Tucker, I'm anxious about that.
You should be. Cottage cheese and jelly.
Yum. Instagram as well, on Gold.
You can see a whole lot more of Jonesy and Amanda on our socials. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Gold. It's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home. You might have seen a lot of stories from various news sites about people hoarding fuel.
In Australia, here?
Yeah, in Australia. And it just pops up in my algorithm. You know, you've seen that picture of that guy and he's got that giant tanker on the back of his car where he's four-wheel drive and he's filled it up with fuel, probably about $2,000 worth of fuel. A sensible post just popped up in my feed from a lady called Lauren Lately, and it's a really good article. It's worth reading about if you're anxious about fuel. It says here on fuel supplies and why you shouldn't panic buy. There are two issues that are being conflated in coverage, fuel supply and fuel prices.
So are people panicking that our fuel supply has been damaged because of the war in Iran?
So, yes.
The bombing of Iran.
And we've been through this before. I remember when I was a kid, the last time we went to war with Iran, they had a thing called odds and even number plates.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah, you could fill up on one day.
Yeah. So Lauren writes here, the numbers you'll see about how many days of fuel we have, 36 days of petrol, 34 days of diesel, and most recent numbers are a calculation called consumption cover days, which means if all imports and refining completely stopped and consumption remained the same as usual, that is the number of days that the fuel would cover. But imports haven't stopped, nor has domestic refining.
So why are people panicking?
So Australia, we rely on a lot of fuel imports. We stopped largely refining in our country, but the disruption to the Strait of Hormuz. Hormuz?
Satisfying
it's
to
Hormuz?
say. Strait of Hormuz.
Not as good as the Malacca Strait. Anyway, that's impacting about 20% of the fuel shipping internationally right now. That's 20% of the world, not just us. So the biggest impact that is having right now is price. It's not supply. And the thing that doesn't often get mentioned in the media coverage, looking at you, Talkback Radio, is that Australia's introduced a minimum stockholding obligation about 5 years ago, which means major importers have to hold a certain amount of fuel stocks that the government can requisition to release into the market in a crisis / emergency situation.
So we'd never be without.
Australia has also had a liquid fuel emergency power since 1984. It's never been triggered. So we went through we went through Iraq. We've been here before, but the problem is we've got social media now. So
can I ask you, though, why the price is going up? If the supply's not going down, is that because of price gouging?
Yes. The other consideration on price and supply in Australia is all the panic buying, largely driven by the media, the rush of people filling up because they fear a price increase leads to petrol stations prematurely putting up their prices because they actually haven't received the fuel that has an increased price. They're just making people pay more for the same fuel they've already got.
Right.
Panic buying is unhelpful and actually drives a problem, especially when panic buying happens in metro areas, which adversely impacts rural and regional areas. So if you're in the city, you don't need to get jerry cans and load up your things. If you're living out the back of Burke or you're in Darwin like that, yes, it's going to be a problem. But at the end of the
cost,
day,
not for the supply.
It's going to be a cost. We're going to see higher fuel costs, which is the case. But if it's anything, we went through the COVID thing with the Dunny paper. Mm-hmm. And as Lauren writes up here, TLDR, too long didn't read, don't panic buy fuel. We're not at Mad Max net yet. Mm. We've got a bit to go. And we've been through this before.
And don't put Dunny paper, as you say, in your engine.
And try not to punch an electric car driver in the face and they go, well, should have gone with my option.
Maybe they'd have a point.
Well, but okay.
Maybe they do.
Okay. Everything's going to be okay. Jam Nation.
Have a listen to this song. You know this song.
I need a ward. Ring my bell.
Remember Colette did a version?
One of the greats.
This was released in May 1979, but it's made a resurgence on TikTok. And there's a reason why. Apparently, it has what's called an abundance frequency, which means there's something about the frequency in that song that attunes you to good vibes and therefore brings good things into your life. That's what people say. That's not what I'm saying necessarily, but that's what people say. It will attract wealth, luck, and success. So this is some of the stuff that TikTok is saying. Day one of dancing to Ring My Bell every morning after finding out you can hack the matrix with its abundance frequency, says one user. Another said, this is apparently a frequency in this song. They don't allow it to be played in casinos because it attracts so much abundance and successful energy. That's a few people have said that to me. That song is not allowed to be played in casinos.
Who do you know that goes to casinos?
No, but when I mentioned this, a few people said they'd heard that story. Someone else has said, I don't understand it. All I know is I started dancing to this song from beginning to end every single day, and opportunities came flooding to me, saying this might be a chain letter.
Why don't we just play it?
Let's play it again here, Ryan, please. This woman says, it does sound like I never thought it would happen to me. This woman said that one creator said that she heard about the trend from a friend. Curious, she decided to try it. And she played the song a few times, danced along. Hours later, I got a really good job offer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is what's happening. So play the song every morning. Interestingly, because when I asked to put the song into the system so we could play it today, one of our producers, Meg, was doing some research into the abundance frequency. As she was doing that, she got a phone call offering her an additional something here at the radio station. Turn that off or I'll kick you. No.
A new job or something?
Well, and a job as well as this. She's not going anywhere. But
wow, side hustle Meg.
Yeah, because she put the vibe out with that piece of music. One more time, Ryan.
Why doesn't the abundance rain down upon us?
Maybe it is.
Why don't we just play that 24 hours 7?
Well, why then? And ratings would disappear.
The Ring My Bell network.
Yeah. It's worth a try.
Maybe it'll work for you with Instagram.
Maybe.
Because that's here and it's coming up next on Gold.
Jam Nation.
Gold with Pink and still with Carey Hart.
Yeah, she came out and said that reports of their breakup were greatly exaggerated.
They're
and
still happening.
Mind your own beeswax.
Is she going to be doing the TV show?
Well, that's the rumour is she's taking over the Kelly Clarkson show. I don't know any.
Will she take over, what's the one that's terrible? Drew Barrymore's show. Have you seen that? Have you seen it?
Is that still going?
It's the worst thing. I watched it one time.
She pretty much sits in their laps.
It's so bad, it's actually good.
Like this radio show.
Exactly.
Free money.
Fast money.
Extra cash.
I need money.
Jonesy and Amanda's.
10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You could pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, $1,000.
You can make it $2,000, but it's by answering a bonus question and it's double or nothing.
Michelle is with us.
Hi, Michelle.
Oh, my God, I got through. Can you play Ring My Bell in the background right now?
Yeah.
Promote abundance.
Bring in the vibes, the abundant vibes.
Coming Michelle's way. It's
Okay,
like
Michelle.
you're on the slaps.
All right, Michelle, you've put out the vibes. You've done all you can up
Come on,
until
Michelle.
this point.
I'm ready.
10 questions,
Ready.
60 seconds. Don't forget
Okay.
to say pass if you're not sure, okay?
Sure.
Michelle, here we go. Here comes question number 1. How many sides on a triangle?
3.
Question 2. What year are we in?
2026.
Question 3. Ferrari, Peugeot, Mercedes are types of what?
Cars.
Question 4. What colour is verdant?
What? Pass.
Question 5. Pennywise is a character from which horror film?
It.
Question 6. Finish this. Give me a home among the...
Countries.
Question 7. What's the capital of Canada?
This gets me every time. Oh, pass.
Question 8. What does CIA stand for?
Central Intelligence Agency.
Question 9. Who sings Shake It Off?
Shake it off. Taylor Swift.
Question 10. What mythical creature features on the flag of Wales?
Dragon.
Question 4. What colour is verdant?
Oh, I'm going to go for a shade of green.
What's the capital of Canada?
It's not Vancouver. It's Toronto.
It's Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Oh, I always get it wrong every single time.
It's so easy to get that one wrong.
Michelle, you were so close.
Oh,
What
wow.
a thrill.
And you got green right for verdant.
Yeah.
I know. It
Oh.
was green or red, and I didn't know. And you know what? I'm a kindergarten teacher, so I was teaching triangles today and the sides, and I thought, that's hilarious.
Oh.
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. You got, you know, actually the vibes helped you, but
The
not
vibes
quite
have
enough.
helped you. And, you know, you might get lucky in other ways this afternoon.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying.
Come on. No, I meant you might get a run of green lights.
Actually, buy a lottery ticket, Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Michelle.
Nice to talk to you. Well, coming up next,
Does
I
it
keep
always have to
forgetting.
come back to that feed with you?
Tell you what, here we go with
that's
our TikTok tucker, cottage cheese and green lime jelly. Will it be the protein hit we need? We'll find out next.
On Gold.
Jam Nation.
Gold, it's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home this Wednesday, and it's time to go to the kitchen for...
You hungry?
TikTok. I enjoy cooking bacon and stop working with flour. Making slap.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich. Gonna make you go yuck.
TikTok Tucker. We make food from TikTok and eat it. Today we are eating...
It's high protein jelly. Everyone's looking for protein. Everyone is using cottage cheese.
What's with cottage cheese?
Well, I think I'm wondering, and we'll discover that with this recipe, whether it's bland enough that it gives you protein without changing the taste of anything.
I think you're saying protein too often. I think people largely...
Big protein got to me, Brendan.
But too many people, you've got to get your protein and your... Come on. Your meat and your bloody potatoes. What's cottage cheese? Why is it called cottage cheese? I'm curious.
I don't know. Ryan, can
Am I
you...
right? You're standing...
Oh, yeah. It's because it was historically produced in rural cottages.
How oblique, Brendan. Thank you for wasting our time with that.
You just made that up.
Now, the thing is, the picture of it... Well, let me tell you what I've done here. There's been a jelly sachet, lime green jelly, added boiling water to that, dissolved it, put a stack of cottage cheese in and some hot water, cold water. That's been in the freezer for about 2.5 hours now. I'm looking at the picture and I'm guessing that they probably blended the cottage cheese, although it didn't say to in the recipe. But the picture makes it look like a little slab of almost greenish tofu. I'm taking the lid off what we've got here.
Right.
It looks like a petri dish.
Oh, it looks like sick.
It looks like someone's sick bowl.
Oh, you know what it looks like? The bottom of the crisper in your fridge, the crisper container. You know, what's that thing? The crisper thing.
All right.
You know where you put your veggies
I know
in.
what you're saying. Well, and
you get the juice, but it's not as bad as the meat juice.
Okay, anyway, here's some.
Oh, that looks
The problem is that it's still got lumpy cottage cheese and it makes it, your brain wants to think it hasn't dissolved. It's not supposed to, but maybe for the picture they dissolved it. But let's see what the taste is.
Ryan's face. He's not happy. He lives in a share house.
That's right.
He's
not happy because this is in his toilet every day.
He'll eat tile cement. And now he's looking at
There's
this.
One. There's two.
Thanks, mate.
Okay. When I say go, hoe in. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
High protein jelly.
You know, it's not that bad.
It's the texture.
The texture's rank.
Texture it's like eating brains that have been put into jelly.
If you're on that jungle show,
where
they make you cry and talk about your family and eat this, that's what had happened.
Actually, you're quite right. If you were blindfolded, you could convince someone that this was
You're eating brains and then you'd go the blub about your family and how much you miss them. And then they bring them around. That's that show in a nutshell.
TikTok, making slap, gonna make you go yuck.
I reckon if you blend the cottage cheese, this would be a winner.
Would it?
Yes, Brendan, unlike you on the jungle.
Would it?
Righto, you two. That's...
I'm going to have another mouthful.
Okay. While you do that, I'll talk about tomorrow's show.
Do it.
You know who we've got is Adam Gervitz joining us on the show. Dervitz. Did I say Gervitz? I mean Adam Dervitz from Counting Crows.
Well, unless it is Adam Gervitz from your local fruit and veg shop.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
He is great. We had him on our show once before and we had a great chat with him.
He's fabulous. I'm looking forward to that too.
Instagram makes its return and all the stuff that we do on Thursdays.
We will see you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Catch up on the Jonesy and Amanda podcast. Download the free iHeart app now.
See you next time. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hear every second of Jonesy and Amanda on demand. Search for us now on the iHeart app.